Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Freight Master Resources. Today, we're going to talk about where to get started as a freight broker, freight agent, or sub agent. Before we get into all of that, if you guys like these videos, hit that subscribe button for me. Kind of lets me know that you guys are liking these, and I will continue to keep doing them for you. Okay? Um, if you have any questions on this video or any of the previous videos, um, you know, drop a comment or question in there. I promise I will answer you. Okay. Bear with me a little bit today, guys. I think I'm coming down a little bit of a cold. It is that time of year, right? So, um, I guess without any further ado, we'll jump right into it. Now, if you're not real familiar with what a freight broker is, a freight agent, or maybe not even familiar with what a sub agent is, we're going to kind of explain some of those, and then like some of the things that you're going to need, what kind of equipment that you're going to need to get started. And it's nowhere near as much as you might think. All right. So um, there's a lot of training programs out there. Some are better than others. Some are, and the pricing on that varies greatly. Okay. Um, there's some out there I've seen that run a few $1,000s that literally you could probably, in a month or two time look up what they're teaching you, right? Um, but there is one in particular that we do recommend. Um, I'll take you over there, and that is the freightbrokerbootcamp.com. Okay. Um, Go ahead and check this out for you guys real quick. So it's $185. It's one of the cheapest ones out there, if not the cheapest one out there. This guy really knows what he's talking about as far as freight broker training, um, and you can kind of scroll through the rest of this yourself, and read the reviews and things like that. Um, but definitely check that out. Okay. If you are in need of training, um, I wouldn't necessarily recommend a lot of others, but there's just so many of them out there. This is again the one that we do recommend. Okay. Um, if if you have the opportunity to start off as you're brand new, you don't know anything about the freight industry, I would recommend starting off as an agent or even a sub agent. Um, and with the freight broker boot camp, you can pretty much get started as an agent. There are brokerages out there that will hire you without a book of business. They'll give you some time, to kind of get started and build your book. Some offer positions, upon successful completion of the course. um, there is no like real certification. I know some of them get uh, freight master and all of that. I mean, it's paper. Okay. um, there's no like government certification that's required for any of that, schooling or anything. Anybody can do it. You don't need a college education or anything like that. In fact, once again, this is like one of those uh, industries where you can come in and potentially make six figures a year, with a high school education. Okay. But the more you know, the more successful you'll be. You have got to be driven. All right. Um, so, assuming you're not going out to get your own authority, which is something that I don't recommend until you've been a freight agent, because there's just so many different working parts and a lot of things. The training can be good, but without a lot of the hands-on things, you're still going to be kind of lost if you go out and file for your own authority. Okay. If you do have a brokerage nearby, that can mentor you, kind of, train you and shadow you, or you shadow them, then by all means, that's a really great route to go as well. Maybe there's a freight agency, and you can work for them as a sub agent, and they'll kind of teach you, what you need to learn. Obviously, the commission structure is a bit different there. You're not going to earn as much out of that profit margin as you would as an agent, but it is a way for you to get your feet wet and learn, build your book of business and things like this, okay? Because agencies take on a lot of like new people without any industry experience or anything. Typical freight agent split is like 60-40. That's pretty much average. 40% goes to the broker, 60% of the gross profit goes to the agent. All right. Now, as a sub agent, you're probably going to get somewhere between 20 and 30% of that. Okay. So again, not as much. Sometimes agencies, they'll do a lot of the, they've already got accounts and you're just posting to the load board, negotiating, talking to carriers and booking loads. Okay. But they do sometimes set aside some time for you to develop your cold calling and sales skills. All right. So, and then with that, then you can kind of, jump on to being a freight agent. All right, it's kind of a real good stepping off point, if you will. All right. As far as equipment needed, this is primarily a work at home job. We talked about this before in a previous video. Having your area set aside, avoiding distractions and being focused on everything. We've got another video that's, that we talk about cold calling. And on some of these, we may elaborate some more. Again, guys, subscribe. Okay. And if you guys have, maybe ideas for another video, other than, maybe what we originally have planned, let us know. Okay. I'd like to learn more about this or something, we can fit that in. All right. Maybe a little ahead of schedule. So yeah, as far as equipment needed, really the basics, all you really need is a laptop or a desktop computer and a cell phone with unlimited minutes. That's pretty much it. You don't need to go out and buy a fax machine or anything like that. And if you do need, to be able to send and receive fax, maybe you've got a customer, they do everything by fax or, what have you, or if you do have your own authority, there's online fax services that kind of work through your email there, right? So you guys can check them out. I believe there's like Ring Central does that, and there's, umpteen others out there. So you just have to look that up, online fax service. Okay. Of course, with that, you will need a printer with that kind of a thing. It doesn't have to be anything uber elaborate. There's inkjets out there, scanner copy, and everything that are pretty good. But if you can't afford it, and you do need to really get a really good printer, I would suggest, and I'm not going to recommend any because there's a bajillion of them out there, and I'm not trying to sell you anything like that. A laser printer with a scanner, that's something that I would recommend. But there again, personal preference, and obviously price range on all of those vary greatly. I will drop some links down below for the Facebook group. And guys, if you're brand new, maybe you're in the middle of training, maybe you want recommendations on other training other than the one that we recommended, join the Facebook group, Freight Brokers and Carriers Network group. Really great way to connect, ask questions. We see a lot of new people coming into the industry that ask questions. I'm going to be upfront with you. Once in a great while, we do get a bad egg, and, they'll comment, but we do our best to kind of nip that in the bud. All right, and keep that negativity out there, because this is all about everybody growing, and building community, right? So definitely check that out. Again, free to join. Post away, ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Don't be afraid. And like I said, there's a lot of great people out there that'll, you know, provide you with some good quality answers on there. Maybe do a personal phone-to-phone conversation with you, or through Messenger, whatever, kind of help point you in that, right direction, or offer some recommendations, whatever it is you're looking for. Okay. Again, guys, if you haven't got it already, and you do have your own authority, and you need the shipper to carrier contracts, uh, or I'm sorry, broker to carrier contracts. Wow, I am coming down with something. Or the broker to shipper packets. We do have those available for you. Great thing there for you. Rather than hiring an attorney and building your own. These are really good standard agreements. Okay, so I do recommend those. If you are having trouble building your prospect list, or anything, we have changed this a little bit. Rather than emailing this to you, now it is available for immediate download upon purchase. Again, guys, it says 100,000 plus. Like I said, it's like 120,000 plus. I believe like 121 and change, something like that. Okay, so definitely check that out. Well worth it. You're going to make that back on your first load. Whether you're a sub agent, or a broker. Okay. A lot of great information on there. You can read about it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but I will drop a link to the website. Okay, you guys can check that out. There's industry news on there. There's information on factoring. There's filing for your business structure, getting your authority, surety bond, insurance, all of that kind of stuff, guys. And we're constantly updating information for you, in as timely as possible. So yeah, definitely check that out. Again, join the Facebook group, guys. Please subscribe. Okay, give us a like, drop a question, drop a comment. Let us know how you like these videos. Okay, and again, we'll continue to do more for you. All right. I guess with that, guys, hey, be kind to one another. Have a fantabulous weekend, and have a successful week. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.